guys. Time to translate. On this awesomely bright day, as I'm dressed like a little ninja, headed to the sauna. Seriously. It's supposed to be hot as ever today, and I'm covered head to toe. I did it on purpose, though. I don't want to fry. I'd rather just sweat, but not fry. Alright, we're gonna start with the tarot. Then I think I'm gonna do the magic deck, and then our numbers to see where this energy is at. That card flipped up. I think I'm gonna grab it because it flipped up. The Hierophant. Oh, they got the 5 on it too. Some people are gonna be coming to you for answers. Somebody's gonna come to you because you have the answer. That means seekers are on the way with CashNet USA. That's when the 5 came out too on this card. That's halfway. They gotta come to you to get the other half because you got the answers. It's just interesting the position they got you in. This is like what is this? I have no clue how that just got on me, but like a Pope or something. People are going like to the Pope. That's like the energy. Yeah, look at this card a little bit more. Look at it. And then I proceed. Those two are flipped up. See what those say. In just a second. I don't know why these keys are catching my attention. These keys are catching my attention. Or whoever's coming to you because you have the answers. I'm not sure if they got the key or you got the key. But these keys seem to be very important. Because they right like in the middle of both, honestly. I'll show the image in a minute. I just gotta blow my little stuff in. It's hot out here. Alright. Pardon me, but life be real sometime. Life be real all the time, honestly. There's some things you get to hide. I do blow my nose though, okay? So hey, hope you do too. You're waiting on somebody. It's like you know they're coming because you're waiting. That's the interesting part. The first card that came out was people are going to be coming to you because they know you have the answers, but you're waiting already. Which is very intriguing. Then these cards just flipped up when I set the deck down at the top. Let's go with the 5 too. Let's go with the 5. Let's go with the first card that came out. They both got 5s on it. But this is feeling left out. And then what is this? The Hangman. You gotta change the way you're thinking, your perspective on something. I feel like it's dealing with the left out situation, honestly. It's funny, honestly. It's really funny because on the Hangman, the number 12 came out, and I'm out sitting like by a number 12 bus stop, which I never ever ride the 12 bus or even come this way. So it's quite funny, honestly, that that's the situation. And I feel like it's going with the card of the energy of feeling left out. But what is somebody coming to you about that for is a good question. So I feel like that goes hand to hand. I'll pull up 3 more really quick on this. I said 3. These numbers is adding up beautifully. So something coming together is the same as you're waiting for them people to come to you because they know you have the answer. It's followed by something coming together, and they got a 3 on it also. You know, you're traveling somewhere, it's going to be obstacles. It's either you're taking the obstacles with you, or you're headed somewhere where there's going to be obstacles. Obstacles meaning a lot of unplanned scenarios that ain't so pleasant within the moment. Later on it may become, or later on you'll realize why those things had to happen. But yeah, you're going to stumble on some things that's going to have you unhappy for the most part. If you think, it depends on how you look at it, honestly, how you approach the situation. But either you're taking those with you, obstacles with you, or you're going to run into them. And if you're taking them with you, it seems like you're already seeing a bigger picture where it's not really an obstacle. It's not the funnest situation, but it's no longer an obstacle. All these energies go together. How in the world is that? That's 3 5s again. Because just recently I did a translation and the 5s caught my attention, and it was 3 in a row back to back. And this is the same aspect as into people are going to be coming to you because they know you have the answer. Somebody's feeling left out, which got a 5 on it also. Followed by somebody's looking back at something. Then you got things are coming together. And they got a 3 on it. I gotta put this back out really quick. But as I said, people are gonna be coming to you because you have the answers. You're waiting on them. It's like you already know they are coming. And it's funny because while you're waiting, it's like you're with somebody else. But this is I want to say a third party situation, honestly. It's like you're over here already, but this is going to be joining you. As into things are coming together. You got a 3 on it also. And that's probably the energy as into you're taking these obstacles with you. But you could be headed to the obstacles because it don't seem like it can be. But it could be. Honestly. You're definitely taking them with you. Then the Queen of Swords came out. Yeah, somebody's making this movement. It's a person that you seem like you're coming to. Because you know they have the answers. It's very interesting. But you got to change your perspective too. That's really important. That's going to help this whole energy by changing your perspective. As into why you feel left out, how things can come together, and how you can move forward with these obstacles. It all goes by changing your perspective, which is very oscillantes. This is quite balanced energy. It's just, I want to say just straightforward energy need to be given, not long distance navigation. You know, like GPS, when you have a location, that you want to get to, and you type it in, and it give you like, I say 6, maybe less than that. I'm not honestly sure because I really don't use that, but I have got these results, so I know it does it. It give you all these other routes that you can take instead of just one. There's not just one way that you can go, and a lot of people like to they like the longest navigation instead of straightforward. This needs to be straightforward. I'm right there. And what I'm saying that, I mean, no sugarcoating your conversation, no lies, just straightforward. Then you can move forward, because things will come together. It's right here. So let's see what the magic deck got really quick, because tarot pretty much says change your perspective as to why you feel left out, so things can come together, and what you thought was left out, you can move forward with. Because somebody definitely looking back. And I want to say these two energies go together, as to waiting with somebody and looking back. Those energies go together. That's why I say they may be with somebody, but this person gonna be joining because they're looking back at it. But if you have straightforward conversation, as to changing your perspective, it will come together. And then you can sell out. So you don't feel left out, or I feel like it's another word that I want to use. Deprived, maybe? Yeah, I feel like deprived is a good one for that. Alright, now I can move over to the magic deck. Let's see what the magic deck got for us. This is a lot of water based too. Except for the being left out. Well, even the water. Where's those words going, Jesus? Even feeling left out or deprived, it's snow, but snow is nothing but water. It's just another form of it. But when you change your perspective, you will even notice that, like, it's water, you know. We just change our perspective and we can actually have that same element. It's only changed right now because it's kind of a different form, if that's a good way of wording it, but it's all the same. I think I want to pull one more card too for this Queen of Swords. So this is one of the energies, but it seemed really important. I just feel like that's the person you need to have a conversation with, honestly. That might actually be your spouse, the person that's going to be joining. I'm not sure what aspect of energy it is. They all play a big part, but the energy popped out and it's actually here. I'm not sure what aspect. You pull the card out and see if I can see though. Oh, it's like this card too. That's funny when I said that, because this is like the same energy. That's so funny. How can I explain this energy? It's the lady, what is her name? Not Matilda, but she got all the little snakes in her head and stuff. It's like this person is like very versatile, I would say.
I just seen you sitting here when I was walking to the school.
They do a lot of different things in so many different aspects. That's probably why they're the Queen of Swords for sure.
That's
So that goes with that energy. I'm not sure what aspect it is. But it's definitely one of them. They work in a lot of different aspects where it comes off spooky, but it's not. It's just it got a lot of aspects they can hit. And it's based off their hair, like their head. Her having all those snakes and her dog on the head. It's like an octopus type of movement that they do. And octopus are quite smart. It's that type of energy. It's one of those things you just can't figure out. Nobody can figure out an octopus. It's so doggone smart. And his movements is ridiculously awesome because it got all those, I don't know what those things called, legs, arms, a lot of aspects that it can move and navigate around. That's that Queen of Swords energy. And this whole thing, which is kind of funny a little bit because it's going with whatever the obstacle is that you have with you or you're headed to. That's that person. And it's what you already have. Because when you're looking back at it, you dropped the swords already. But whenever they head to you or you go to them, you're going to take it with you. It's the Queen of Swords. It's the one who got the Medusa head. I think I'm saying it right. I'm not really sure. But it's the lady with all the snakes in her head, man. Matilda, I think that's her name. I want to say Matilda, but I think Matilda is a different movie. She's a really little smart little girl. I think I'm trying to actually say her name, but that is a good one. And you could use that energy, but talk about the lady with the snakes in her head. Yeah, you definitely trying to fight for this for sure. Whoever trying to bring this together, they got a sword too. It's going with looking back. This is such intriguing energy. Because it kind of reminds me of like some kingdom stuff that you'll watch like on, I don't know, like a movie 300 or something, or a Gladiator. They having a spouse that's so powerful, but they're powerful too. They want to add to. It's something else that's missing that they want to add to. That's the intriguing part. One more is what's at the bottom of the deck? I grabbed from the bottom. That's exactly what I was just saying. How intriguing. It's like you're working on a kingdom. And adding to it, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense because that's the energy. That's what it is. Very strong energy, honestly. Even with you coming off as the Pope. People coming to you, but your energy is like the Pope. Then you're working on a kingdom, and your spouse is so dang on powerful. And so are you. But you're adding to it. Like, this is third party. This is definitely a trio for sure. At the moment it's two, but they definitely want to add. But somebody got to change their perspective. Let's see what our numbers are. Now I'm just a little so intrigued because I can't think of the lady with the snakes in her head name. I'm going to look it up when I get done and I'll share. But it's definitely her energy. Some people might say she, I don't know, people just get freaked out by people that's very powerful, honestly. Like yesterday, even with the work that I do, some people feel that that's playing God. And it's like, how is this considered playing God when Nobody can really play God, honestly, but we can reflect Him because we are created in His image. And when you recognize your gift, you're naturally going to shine like the Creator. So I just thought that was so interesting. Like, how can you play God? You can reflect Him. So is that kind of playing God, but not playing God because you're naturally reflecting Him? It was interesting to me. So I had to ask, but they didn't give me that respond back with a person that responded back anyway. They use it in a different metaphor to pretty much being a scientist and then things go wrong. And it's just like, that's a little different, yo. Naturally reflecting Him, you just naturally have no choice but to excel, naturally evolve because this is His kingdom and you're reflecting Him. Like, you can't go wrong, but that's kind of a side note, but important note at the same time. Our numbers is 434. Oh, that's good. Jesus, wow. 4345. That's amazing. That's that 5 again. These 5s is coming out a lot. Is that 4 5s now? If that's 4 5s, that's ridiculous because that make it 4 3s. I think that was 4 5s. Give me a minute. 1, 2, 3. That is 4 5s. The numbers is perfect, and then it goes back to be a 3. Like, that's amazing. 4, 3, 4, 5. You got 2 crossways dealing with the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. It's that trio. It's like, oh man, how can I explain that? It's actually just showing a reflection of oneness. But how do you get that in 3 people is a good thing. It's just people that's aware, honestly. It's something that's not for everybody, but this energy is your foundation, apparently. But you're halfway. That's because y'all, it's not together right now. It's separate. Even though they're with somebody else, it's a reason why this other person had to come in. There's some lessons that gotta be learned. Because if the 6 didn't come out, it's not a light and dark situation. It's like everybody know about everybody. It has to be. It's just not complete because that other part is missing. It's something that the other part is meant to teach. Whether it's a temporarily, like a season, or a full ride out to the end, it's something that got to be learned. That's why it has to come together. What's meant to be learned, only you would know. And you might already know and just are trying to fight against, this lesson, but I'm learning it's really never good to fight against a lesson. It's always going to repeat back, which that just was the energy as to my last translation, honestly, as to something circling back. Some lesson that was painful is circling back just to see how you're going to handle it. So you might already knew about it to try to, bypass it, but it's coming back. You can't escape this energy. It's like sweeping trash up under the carpet. Eventually you're going to step it, or you look over and you realize, oh, there's something up under that rug. So you got to eventually sweep it out, handle it. And then you will figure out whatever this lesson is. It might take a minute, it might be quickly, I don't honestly know, but that's the energy. So remember, be kind, you are a reflection.